Hi, it's me again. It's always me. I did chemo on Wednesday. Finally went back and did it. Spoke with the doctor. I have PET scan Wednesday, if I can make it. We're in the throes of snowstorms up here. Had about 7 inches. And no, Lucy. Okay, my dog's trying to jump off the bed. She's blind. Um, and now we have snowstorms starting tomorrow at 10 in the morning. So I'm probably not going to make it to church. And just feeling like crap from the chemo. They give you all those steroids that puff you all up. I feel like blowfish. And the doctor and I spoke about if this chemo isn't working, we're going to try those new drugs you see on TV, like the Opdivo, which is for lung cancer. Then they have a new one out that they're treating non-Hodgkin's with. So I would be able to go on trial for off-label for that, which would just be palliative and maybe give me a year longer. Hopefully a year longer. I don't know. So, yeah, it's been crappy. I'm in the doldrums today. I know it has a lot to do with chemo, but I haven't had any company. I'm kind of lonely, missing people, trying to get the dogs fed. Everybody just seems antsy. It must be the incoming storm. We had a little skunk visitor out on the back deck last night, though. And then had a bunny this morning. I tried to throw a carrot out for it, but I scared it. So I'll probably have the skunk back tonight trying to get the carrot. And I'm just trying to get the bunny to eat the carrot. It's a vicious cycle. Just like life, right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of wondering what this PET scan is going to reveal. I've been a little depressed. It's just been hard. The chemo makes you depressed, I think. And then having that flu thing that almost killed me, that really got me down. And, I've kind of been so sick, I haven't been going to church regularly. And church really does help me every week. It helps me put everything into perspective. And I went 2 weeks ago, but I haven't been since. I read the Bible every day. Try to do at least a page. Sometimes more. And that's about it today. I think I'm a weather barometer. My elbows are achy, my knees are achy, and I don't know. I'm just gonna be snowed in, and I don't like that idea. So we're supposed to get tomorrow, Sunday, from 10 a.m. through Monday night, 14 up to 14 inches. Then I have to drive over the mountain, which is a pretty big mountain, to go to get my PET scan. And they're saying already that we may have another storm on Wednesday. So, you don't know. If it's too bad, I might have to postpone it, because I don't have anybody to drive me. I have to drive myself. And I have to say, my wits are a little dull. I don't know if my reaction time is as good. I'm a good snow driver, but I just kind of feel off in La La Land, going crazy. And I think the biggest thing is I'm trapped in this house. If I felt well enough to get out and go a couple places and do things, I probably would feel better. Probably feel a lot better, Get rid of this frown in my forehead. I try not to do it. And see, now I'm conscious of it. I'm doing it. It's, it's just being at home. Just constant grind of just being here, and depending on people. And people sometimes are not very dependable, if you know what I mean. That's what I'm finding, But, what they say, live by the sword, die by the sword. Well, I've, kind of been my own woman. So that's probably why I'm alone, right? Don't get me wrong, I was married for a long time. I was with my husband total length time about 19 years between dating and marriage. And I haven't had any significant relationships since then because I just can't seem to find a decent human being to share my life with, you know? And now I keep saying I'm going to start, like, verbalizing my life story, the book that I would have wrote, which I just can't seem to sit down and write. I really need to tell the story. I think it's an important story to tell. I could be wrong. Maybe nobody will care, but I just think I have a few things I want to say. Actually, there's a few things I really want to say, but I don't want to say them yet. I'm saving them towards the end. They're probably more personal messages towards the people in my life. The things that I want to tell them about this whole experience that they don't listen to right now. Here's a good example, right? So I just feel like caca today, you know? We know chemo, steroids, blah. Just feeling terrible. My sister gets on the phone. I haven't spoken to a soul all day. So when you don't speak to somebody all day, what happens? Your voice, she's like, you're sleeping, aren't you? And I'm like, no, I'm not sleeping. I'm crocheting. Oh, I know you're sleeping. I'm like, I'm not sleeping. And then I'm like, I just really don't feel good today, sister. Well, just get it out of your head. Shake it off. Make yourself feel better. And go out. And I'm just like, you know, I wish it was that easy to do. You know, and I kind of got in a little tiff with her because I'm like, you think I really like sitting in this house every day in, day out, day in, day out? As much as I love the house, I'm really starting to hate it because I'd like to see something else. I'd like to see other human beings, you know? But it's just so hard. I'm so weak, you know, I can't walk around for very long. It makes it hard to do everything. I'd like to go to a nice place for dinner, have a nice night out. Maybe have a lobster. I haven't had a lobster forever. It used to be one of my favorite foods. I don't really like to eat it all anymore. I have to force myself to eat. But yes, a lovely... I guess if I were going to do a dinner, I would love a big bucket of steamers and a nice 2-pound baked stuffed lobster. I could probably never eat it all, but I would pick it all out and say I'm like one of those people. When I have lobsters and steamers, I've got to, you know, if I do the steamers, I, pull the pisser skin off, and I do them all and throw them in hot butter and salt and pepper and lemon them, and then savor each one, without having to pick them out of the shell. And then when I do my lobster, I crack the whole thing, I'm not one of these leg suckers, those little tiny legs. I really don't care about those. I get my claws cracked, which is my favorite meat. I don't know. A lot of people like the tail, but I just really like the claw meat for some reason. It's nice and tender and not chewy at all. And then I like the female lobsters when they have roe, and you boil them, and it turns nice red hard. It's like cooked caviar almost. It's a really good flavor. And then I, usually when I bake stuff them, I use sherry, Ritz cracker crumbs, and I buy some sea scallops and dice them up, mix it in, and a little Old Bay seasoning. Cook down the sherry, and then mix it all in with the Ritz crackers and butter, and then, cruelly, unfortunately, you gotta cut the lobster open down the middle before it's dead, and that's the only thing that really bothers me. It seems like a cruel, unusual punishment, but then again, dumping them in hot water really bothers me too. But I really love lobster, so I can forsake that. I used to really love veal, but I won't eat veal anymore because of the inhumane way they raise veal. I just can't do it. Those poor little baby calves. And I really like veal, but I just decided I can't eat it anymore. So that would be my dream dinner. That would be a very good dinner. And then maybe finish it off if I had the room with maybe a hot fudge sundae. That's another one of my favorites. Maybe a mudslide. I'm not really a drinker, but like one of those ice creamy mudslides are pretty good. Obviously, I'm hungry right now, but I really don't have anything in the house that I really want to eat. Yeah, chicken pot pie in the freezer. I've got some squash. I got some rutabaga that I could skin and cook. What else do I have? Oh, I got Eggos. I've got some blueberries frozen, so I could make a blueberry pancake. But nothing seems to really be desirable to me today. Oh, here's a little Koa girl. Here, Koa, look. Koa. I don't know. She's running away. Did she get on the film? But I did treat myself to some vanilla bean Haagen-Dazs, which is awesome, and some A&W root beer. So that's always kind of a go-to, is like a root beer float when I'm not feeling good. So that might be an option tonight. So I guess it's a waiting game. It's just a waiting game. Waiting to see what all this torturous chemo since November has done for me. If it's made me better or not. I kind of feel that maybe it shrunk the tumor a little bit, because that's what that Avastin does. It kind of cuts off the blood supply to the tumor. And I don't feel so, like heavy in the chest. I'm not as short of breath as I was, so. And I could sleep on my side again. I couldn't do that for a while without feeling. But that could have been that whole pneumonia thing. So, who knows? It's just a waiting game. I don't know how I look. I think my eyes look a little yellow around my orbits. Look a little yellowish. I could be wrong. And I have been having a little pain in my right side, so my fear is that maybe this is Mets to my liver. And I've also been dealing with the very weird symptoms since the summer. I kind of got a sinus infection. It's kind of when I stopped doing videos. I went through like a month and a half of having this like massive, I thought it was like a sinus headache, sinus infection. Then both ears got infected. And it took forever to clear that up. But then I keep getting these residual headaches on the right side of my head. And the race for the dogs is done, so I'll talk and walk if I can do that. I said I wasn't going to stay on long. So, Lucy, you need to go out again, and the dog needs to go out. This is like the swinging door club here. This is it. Not too many times. Wait. You want to go too? Hang on, now I gotta let the other beast out. Okay. And the race is going off. Go on, hurry up. So, when I was at the doctor's, I saw the PA the last time I was there. And I told her about the headaches. And of course, verbally, she was like, well, that's a little concerning. And I'm like, why? Well, you could have Mets to the brain. I said, well, something I haven't even thought about. How about that? So, it's just a never-ending journey, I mean, I was trying to look back. I was diagnosed, I believe it was December 2012 when they finally did the PET scan and saw the tumor in my chest. They didn't really address it until January 13. So I think I'm like going into my 4th year when I taped my first interview with the oncologist on a tape recorder. And I basically went in there. Sorry. And they basically said that all they would do is treat me palliatively, and that the life expectancy for carcinoma of unknown origin was 9 to 24 months. So I've surpassed that greatly. But like I said, the hard thing is this energy. Lack of energy. It is just so bad. I mean, it's just like it saps all the energy out of me. And I was pretty good until July. And that's when the real energy sucking started. When I was like, boy, I'm really tired. I'm really, really tired. Oh, look, my sister left herself a beer here for her next visit. So, if I could just have a little more energy. I said to the doctor, can't you give me something like Adderall? Something? I don't care if I die of a heart attack. Just so I can have a little energy. A little get up and go and get out and do things and have fun. That's what I would really like to do. I would really love to have enough energy to get up and get all dressed up every day and have enough money to go sit in nice little restaurants, maybe at the bar, not that I drink, and just meet people and talk to them, have fun, have some life interaction. Right now my life consists of 3 kitties and 2 doggies. Right, Jaxo? Come here, good boy. Come here. Here, look, Jax. Come here, look. Jax. Come here, good boy. Come here. See, that's a pretty kitty. Did I get him on there? So, Saturday night's all right for what, fighting? How's that song go? It's Saturday night, nothing on TV. I really want to see that movie Fences with Denzel Washington that's up for Academy Award. I did watch Manchester by the Sea, which was slow going, but had quite an interwoven story there of tragedy and life, and I kind of could relate to it, his withdrawing from society. Just certain things in your life that you just can't take. And you live, you're like the Walking Dead. You're alive, you're living, you're working, you go out, you do your things, but something inside you is dead, gone. Maybe it's, that mystery of life. When something really bad happens, you kind of lose that eternal. Like, I still have hope, but not hope like I used to have, I always woke up every day, and I still do. This is quite funny now. I wake up every morning, and I literally spring out of bed. I'm, shocked. Because I always, when I go to sleep at night, I have anxiety. And I'm always like, I may not wake up tomorrow. I might be dead, and my dogs will be laying here, and my cats. And it really bothers me. So when I wake up in the morning, my eyes open, and I spring out of bed. That's the first thing I do. It's just like a reaction, like, oh my God, it's another day. I'm here. So it's kind of funny, But, so Manchester by the Sea, the guy endured some tragedies in his life. And he really became dysfunctional, Now we all have tragedies. I've been through a lot in my life, and I haven't told. That's why I want to tell my story. But I didn't let it ruin me. The things that happened to me in my life, maybe at one time I was broken, but I learned to rise above it. And I learned to continue to go on and have faith in every new day that comes. And that's been really hard with this cancer, is that it robs you of your hope. Especially when they tell you you're going to die, it almost turns it off, I still have some hope left, So a little part of me keeps saying, maybe I'll make it, maybe I'm strong enough to keep this at bay for a couple more years. I just want my house done. I just want my damn curtains hung up. I want them, I've still got tons of pictures. Well, you kind of got to know me. I have a lot of antiques. I got a lot of stuff. And there's a lot of work to putting it all together, I have My bedroom's pretty much done. There's a few things that need to hang up. My family room is done, which is really nice, but I have a few things that still need to be put away down there. My formal living room is pretty much done. And the upstairs, well, I got one bedroom that needs 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms that need curtains still to be hung. I don't know. I just want it done, because this is my dream house. I walked in here, and the second I walked in, I knew I was going to buy it. It just felt like home. And people pick on me all the time and say, and did you buy a small enough house? It's really a big house. And I really don't live upstairs at all anymore. But once upon a time in my life, in my dreams, and my hopes, I thought there would be a few people living here with me, like my friend who now has her own problems. I thought she would come down here and live with me, but, now she's facing her own problems, so I don't think she'll be coming. I was hoping my niece would live with me, but she's too young to deal with all this tragedy of my cancer, so she won't be here, And then I thought maybe I'd rent the upstairs out, but then I was thinking of an ad. I'd like to have a nice roommate. No drinking, no smoking, no women in the house. Can share a kitchen, must be quiet. Nobody's like that. Nobody like that will come live in my house. So I'm just like, guess the roommate thing is out of the question. Now the dogs are barking to come in. Like I said, the revolving door, in and out, in and out, in and out. And I'm really late. They need to have their dinner. Now these dogs are so spoiled. One of them has very bad allergies. Come on, Luz. So I have to, come on, little man. Little man. Come on, get in here. It's cold. Quick, 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 quick. I used to call him the pink pig. He's a little Maltese. And, oh boy, little man, now you're all snowy. And he got such bad allergies, he lost all his hair. And he had all pink and flame skin. I spent a fortune getting him well. But the problem being he is now allergic to everything. So what's he get for dinner? He gets white rice and chicken breast. He's a very lucky dog. So anyway, I have to go. I got to feed the dogs. I just kind of wanted to make this video. I don't even know if I'll post it. I probably should. Another day in the life of Tracy, right? Pretty boring, but, I'm still here. I'm still kicking. I'm still breathing. I'm still dreaming. I'm still hoping. And I hope all you guys who are battling this do the same thing. Don't give up. Keep your dreams. Hang on tight to them. And when you're lonely, just pull on your inner strength. And then you won't be so lonely. And those of you that have family around you, tell them you love them. Hug them. The human touch is a very healing thing. Something I miss very much. And we all keep our faith in God. There's a better world to come. A much better life to come. But like I said in my last video, my friend said, well, God is always with you. Well, God is waiting for me to cross over. Then I will be in my Father's arms. But in the meantime, I need to depend on human companionship. So kind of telling me when I'm all lonely and sick in this house, oh, God's with you. Not really. I'll be with him when I die. He's in my thoughts, he's in my mind, but he's not with me right now. And that's another whole story I'll have to get into. I've coded twice in my life. And I've gone through the light, and I have seen God. I've seen God, and I've seen the Holy Trinity, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. And that's a true statement. And that's what keeps me going. And that is what makes me unafraid of death. I am not afraid to die. I'm selfish. I'm afraid of what I'm going to miss. Everything on this worldly planet, which is worth nothing really in the long run, is it? You can't take it with you, so. But, I just really believe there's a world after this, but I don't want to lose my dogs. I don't want to lose my cats. And I'm worried that people are going to forget who I am, who I was. I'm just going to die into obscurity. And it's like I never existed, never was. And I don't know why that bothers me so much, but it does bother me. And maybe I'm not quite sure. I'm going to have to think about that one long and hard, But I always say, and then I'm afraid about how many people are going to come to my funeral. I don't even think I'm going to have a funeral because I can't afford one. The crazy things that go through your mind when you're faced with death. It's not easy. It's really, really hard. But you know what? You keep a sense of humor about it. It helps you get through things. So once again, keep up the fight. Fight, fight, fight. And don't give up hope. And tomorrow's a new day, and God only knows what that brings. Good or bad. I know tomorrow I'm looking at 14 inches of snow. And beyond that, I don't know. I just need to get up tomorrow, right? And that's all I have to look for is tomorrow. And that's what you've got to do. And I love you all, and all of you that text me and wonder what's going on with me. God bless you. I mean, the kindness of strangers, it really, really makes my heart ache. And I love you all for it. These videos are cathartic, They help me very much by just being able to talk. Even though I'm really talking to myself. But it's better than going over it in my brain over and over and over and over again. At least I feel like I'm talking to somebody. I am. I'm talking to you all, And I really appreciate all your feedback. And I love you guys. And I hope you're with me all the way to the end. I really do. God bless. I'll talk to you tomorrow.